All right, guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to The Average Fisherman. This is take 4 of this video. My wife's old-ass cat keeps meowing very loudly in the background, so I had to go lock him in the bedroom. So what am I talking about today? We're talking about ultralight combos. Now, I know a lot of people are really getting into this, and that's the reason. Let me stack all these back on my table. I really wanted to go over this because in this video, I have 4 different ultralights, okay, that are different price points, but different performance levels. And for the person who's on a budget or something like that, I really wanted to go over this and show you guys what I think you get extra, or what are the benefits of paying more money for an ultralight combo, and what are you getting for the money that you're spending, okay? So, at the very bottom of the barrel, which I don't even have an example of here, would be one of the Bass Pro Shop Crappie Max combos, right? So they're not even graphite, they're fiberglass, they don't have any ball bearings, or 1, maybe 2, you know, things of that nature. I don't have one of those here because I just exclude those as rod combos for little kids, okay? That's pretty much why I don't own one, because they're super cheap and they're super cheap, okay? They're not made very well. And like I said, pretty much their intention is, you know, you have little kids, you get it to them, and you don't really care if they destroy them because, well, they're fragile and not very sensitive and made with crappy components and things of that nature, so I don't even bother with them. However, one step up from there, okay, just take a small little step, all right? And what you get into is this, the Bill Dance Quantum Ultralights. Still a budget combo, okay, they're still less expensive, but they're more than the $20 that you'll spend on the crappy Crappie Max stuff, okay? So this says it's an IM6 graphite blank, although I have my doubts. It's ultralight fast is the specs, but the thing that really hurts this combination the most is the damn reel, okay? This is an enormous reel for an ultralight. It's just huge, and it weighs a ton. So it really, the balance of it is off, you know, and stuff like that. And I want to show you guys this. Now remember, this is a fast action blank, and it says IM6. But watch this bend all the way at the handle, okay? So this is supposed to be a fast action rod, but you can clearly see the bend all the way down to the handle. To me, that's not a fast action rod, okay? And I really doubt that this is a solid IM6 graphite blank. It's probably an IM6 graphite composite blank with lots of fiberglass in it, put it that way. However, if you're on a budget and you do need a lighter duty rod, would this be acceptable? Yes, okay. If you're on a budget, this is doable. It's not going to be anywhere near premium performance. Like I said before, the rod is huge and unwieldy and it weighs a lot. The graphite blank is subpar. You know, it's super, super floppy. And despite the fact that it says fast action, you can see I'm not even really pulling. I'm just kind of pulling the tip down. How it bends all the way down to the blank, you know, all the way to the reel seat. Not for me, right? So let's move on to some combinations that I think are actually good combinations that are workable for many different smaller species. We're talking primarily here, we're talking the panfish, crappie, or rainbow trout, or something similar to that, okay? So, in order of performance, I have one here that I'm going to show you that's actually more expensive than what I would consider to be the best all around, and I'll explain that why. I'll explain why. That is this, the Bass Pro Shops Microlight Elite combination. So I actually own 2 of these guys. It is 7 ball bearing reel, and the rod is an ultralight. I think it's a 5-footer with a moderate action. So, and it says RT2 graphite, which nobody really knows what that means because it's their proprietary nomenclature. So, one of the things I've heard, I've talked about often on this channel, is that I don't like moderate action ultralights because the tips are often too floppy. These rods are an exception. Now, this would make me say that this is a decent combination because I do think it's actually made out of some quality material. So these are $80, okay? And you're getting a decent combo for that price. Like I said, the reel is really acceptable. It holds a decent amount of line. This is 4-pound line on here. Being a moderate tip, though, the sensitivity isn't quite up to par with the next two combinations that I'm going to show you. And for that reason, I typically use them on bobber setups, okay? I have one of these set up with a slip bobber setup, you know, for crappie fishing, and I have one with a fixed clip-on bobber setup. So I'm not really depending on these too much to feel, you know, light bites and stuff like that. These are exclusively for my slip bobber and bobber setups, where the sensitivity is not that big of an issue. However, I have fished these with beetle spins on occasion, and the sensitivity is good enough for that, okay? So, decent combination. It does come in a shorter length. Like I said, this one's either 4/8 or 5. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember it. It's not written on here, so I don't know exactly, but it's one of the shorter ones, just put it that way. So I use it because it's very easy to wield in a kayak and stuff like that, and it's a short rod, and it does the purpose. However, there is a combination that costs less than those that I like better, okay? And if I had to pick one combination that's, you know, somebody comes to me and says, hey Matt, you know, what do you think the best all-around bang for buck combination is for panfish, for trout, for crappie? It's going to be one of these guys. This is the Pflueger Tryon, and this one is the Ultralight. I have two of these now. Two Ultralights. I have a light and I have a medium light. So I have 4 Tryon combos all together. Okay, these are $75. Okay, what do you get for that versus over the Microlight Elite, and why do I say it's superior? Well, you're getting a Pflueger Tryon reel. Okay, for one thing, the reel is superior to the Microlight Elite. It only uses 5 bearings, however. So don't let that fool you. Like I've said before, bearing counts, if you strictly go by bearing counts, it's kind of tricky, okay? Because I'm sure you've all seen those Chinese reels on like AliExpress or whatever, where they claim to have 17 or 18 ball bearings and stuff like that, but they're shit ball bearings, okay? I would personally rather have a reel with fewer high-quality bearings than a reel that has more crappy bearings in it, because the reel that has the high-quality bearings in it will be better, okay? Shimano's a really good example of this. Shimano spinning reels are some of the best on the world, and they very rarely have more than 3 to 5 ball bearings. In fact, most of them have 3. But they're super high quality ball bearings, and they feel smooth, okay? Same kind of thing with this Pflueger. It's only a 5 ball bearing reel. If you got the slightly bigger one, you get 7, but the bearings in this thing are really high quality. The rod is 100% IM6 graphite, and it shows, and it's a fast action, and that shows too. This is a truly fast action rod. The tip is really sensitive. I use it for finesse fishing, sockeye, or bluegills and stuff like that on small, lightweight 1/32 ounce jigs, and it is more than sensitive enough to feel those light little bites. So I have it with 8-pound Hercules braid, and this by far would be the combination that I would tell people to get if they're looking for one combination that can do just about everything underneath of bass fishing. Okay, this would be what I'd get. It's the best bang for buck, and like I said, it's $5 cheaper than the Microlight Elite, but in my opinion, far superior. So, my high-end combination, or what I consider to be a high-end combination. Now, I've showed you guys this rod before, but I'm going to tell you exactly what you get for this. Okay, so the rod alone is $130. All right, the reel is $90. So you guys can do the math on that. So this is the highest end combination I have, and it's the 13 Fishing Omen Panfish and Trout Series with 36-ton graphite blank. All right, it's an ultralight and fast action, and I have it paired up with this Pflueger President XT reel. This reel is a 7 ball bearing system, but again, very high quality ball bearings. So what are you getting in this? You're getting a premium graphite blank first and foremost, okay? It's a very thin blank, so they're using the nano resin in this series, which makes it a very small blank, but still tough. And the sensitivity that I get out of this combination is unsurpassed by my other ultralights. The reel is superior. It's a really good reel. And again, I have the 8-pound Hercules 4-strand no-fade braid on here. You get the carbon fiber handle. The one thing I'm not a fan of is this, I don't know what you call it, the rubbery cork stuff on here. You know, I'm just not a big fan of that. It just doesn't feel well in the hand. In fact, I'm going to be replacing this handle pretty soon. The fit and finish of this rod is spectacular. Okay, it's not what I would call tremendously comfortable, but it's comfortable enough. And the combination of this rod and wheel, what you're getting is something that is super lightweight. Okay, so that's primarily where your money's going. The sensitivity of the rod and the materials that are contained in a rod and reel, plus the decrease in overall weight. And as a rod and reel combination goes down in weight, it goes up in sensitivity because of physics. You know, the lighter, the less mass in an object, the more sensitive it's going to be, because those little vibrations transmit through the rod really easily. And with this combination, it is absolutely true. So, but I do have to say, this I would consider, you know, there's a reason why I only own one of those, right? It's because they're really expensive. Whereas I own a bunch of these because they're 90% as good and like a third of the price. So, if I had to name one ultralight that I would recommend to everyone, it would be one of these guys. They're every bit as good as any of the other combinations I've ever tried, but it's just not quite up to par with that 13 fishing rod. Even the cork is a little less up par, but I'll be honest with you guys, some people that matters to them, it doesn't to me. I just like cork. It doesn't matter to me that there's a lot of fills and stuff like that. It's a panfish rod for me. So, you know, that kind of stuff matters less to me, whereas the cork on the 13 fishing is slightly better quality, right? But between these two are my main combos that I use when I go crappie fishing and stuff. If I'm thinking that they're going to be super light on the bites and stuff, I would absolutely pick this one up first. If they're not, or if I'm just going bluegilling, you guys have seen me this one in the kayak, I don't know how many times since I got them, right? So there's my two recommendations. The best all-around ultralight combo, spinning combo that you can go to just about any store and pick up right now for a reasonable amount of money. The Pflueger Try-On combo on ultralight and fast action, $75. It's a steal. I recommend anybody go out and get one of these if you're getting into pan fishing or you just really like ultralights. You're not going to go wrong. Anyway, quick update on the channel. I was going to go fishing today, but as I've said in the past video, I have some health issues that I'm dealing with right now, and I couldn't make it out today. I wanted to go. I was just physically not able to do it. It is my birthday week, however, so, you know, the wife and I have been celebrating that, but tomorrow I have some things to take care of that I'm not really looking forward to. But Thursday we have another front coming through early in the morning, so I'm probably going to try to get in the kayak again on Friday. The water levels around here have been fluctuating a lot, and I've been talking to a lot of guys online that frankly know more about crappie fishing than I ever will, and all of them are saying the same thing, like, don't waste your time. Nobody's going out right now. Nobody's going to notice. Nobody's posting anything about it on the forum or anything like that, because the river's on the rise and the water is on the rise, and when that happens, you know, the fish kind of scatter and go, you know, and they're all just waiting for it to fall again. So, but I'm hard-headed, guys. You know, I'm going to go anyway because I need to practice. So, despite the fact that I'm having some issues, you know, with mobility and stuff like that and getting out, I am still going to try to go this week after I get some issues taken care of. So, look forward to that soon. Hope this guide has helped you guys, you know, pick where you want to be as far as the ultralight combo, what level you really want to go to. The Pflueger Try-On, I think, hands down, best bang for buck. Hands down, no problem. No, not even a question. The ultra premium would be the 13 fishing, Omen panfish and trout for me. I've tried the St. Croix panfish series, and I'm not a fan. You know, I'm just not a fan. They're not sensitive enough. Especially not for the amount of money that you pay for them. So anyway, take that what you will. This is just one guy's opinion. I hope you guys have a good week and tight lines, my friends.